Then hold on. There we go. And then let me just go ahead and set the timer.
I didn't
You
get your
say your name like Ruchit?
yes, Ruchit.
All right. My
When I
name
was
is
in Canada, people used to call me Richard because they never got my name correctly. So I've done my education from Vancouver, Canada as well.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. You like to be called Ruchit though, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. And
Awesome.
you pronouncing it absolutely correct.
All
So that's
right. I am Whitney, and let's go ahead and get started. Hold on one second here. Got someone in the background. All right. All right. Let's set this timer. I don't think that it's up yet. Hold on one second.
sure.
There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Whitney, and this is the SMO Podcast. I'm here with Ruchit today with Amore World Events, and very excited to have you. Tell us, for everyone that is watching, who are you and what do you do?
Thank you, Whitney, firstly, for inviting me to this podcast. My name, as you said, is Ruchit. I am a destination wedding planner based out of India. We do weddings all across Asia. It all depends on the client's needs and requirements.
Very cool, very cool. Tell us how you got started in the first place and what made you take this path seriously.
So, Whitney, it's a cool story to that as well. I mean, I did a fun course in 2000, back in 2002, as as an event planner. I did a diploma in event management. That was just out of fun because few of my friends were doing it, and I didn't know that that education is going to be helpful for me from 2015. And whatever knowledge I gained, I was my first internship was uh, Miss Pageant India, Femina Miss India, in back in 2002. So that was a beautiful experience that I had. And carrying forward in 2015, I was approached by a friend whose parents were in India and they lived in America. So my first clients were Americans, and the father was paralytic, and they needed someone to help them arrange a lot of things because they wanted to have one event in Mumbai because the father could not travel. So me and my friend, knowing the family, said, we will do this for you, whatever we can. And that's where we booked the hotel from them and everything, whatever they needed for their wedding. And the boy's name was Thomas, and they were visiting India for the first time. They even wanted to visit and see a few other cities in India. So we even curated a tour for them as well. So that was our first experience, that and getting the father who's paralytic neck down to the event was also a task because we needed an ambulance. He could not even sit on a wheelchair. So to
Mm.
make those arrangements to get him there at the event was something that was our first challenge. And as we did the event, I realized that this is my calling, and
Mm.
that's our journey. And from that, we've been on to events since then.
I love that. So that one experience was able to really allow you to see, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to help with. And now you're able to travel the world to be able to put on events, to be able to help people, you know, with their experiences. What has that lifestyle been able to do for you or your family?
For me, I mean, events is more of passion because, see, in events, you're going to attach yourself to their lifetime memory because everybody remembers their wedding some way or the other. So if you can enhance their wedding by adding a special touch or some gesture. It does not have to be a grand decor. It can be something like a hospitality, a personalized touch, which the families or the guests take back with them. Because what I've learned is, that I like to put smiles on people. It's see, everybody wants money, but I've realized that this is what gives me happiness, me and my wife. So, and we are in touch with most of the families, whoever's wedding we've done. So they are in touch with us maybe through WhatsApp or Facebook or somewhere or the other, or we meet somewhere. They always, uh, introduce us to the people they're with, that these were the planners that help us get, and you should try them, or you should we recommend them highly. So that's a a beautiful high that we get. And see, in India, the weddings are challenging because there's a lot of operational challenges compared to doing it abroad. What I've seen, and plus we
Yeah.
need a larger team because it's a lot of people involved, and but the fatigue after that and the appreciation that you get, the fatigue completely goes away. So we've loved the journey. Obviously, the timings are erratic. The food gets a toss. We're the first ones in, the last ones out. But yeah, that's the life I chose, and I'm happy to be a part of someone's happiness.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful, revelation of just how you're able to really serve. I think some of us, um, look at our weddings as, the best day of our lives. They have that. And so I think for you to be a part of such a monumental experience and moment and day, and then like you said, build relationship from those days where now it's not just one time, but you're able to actually carry on that, I think is definitely so beautiful to hear. I'd love to know for you, because this is something that you're truly passionate about, how do you just wake up with the heart to still serve and to go with the intention to really put on the best event, even when it's hard, even if there was a moment where maybe at some point you wanted to quit.
So yeah, Whitney, I'll tell you about an incident that happened in December. Recently, that is like 4 months back. There was a national, we have an airline called Indigo, which is a national one of the national carriers of India. India has mainly two or three airlines, and out of that, one was completely disrupted. My bride was stuck at Delhi airport for 18 hours. My groom was with me in Goa, that's in India, where the wedding was supposed to happen. Half of the family did not reach. Everything was a turmoil. The groom was crying in front of me that my wedding is going to get cancelled because they were planning this wedding for almost 8 months.
Mm.
So, you are getting attached to it. You want to, you perceive something and seeing someone and feeling helpless. But then, you know what? I thought, or my team even came together that, what, let's try and get the bride in first. Whatever people we could, we arranged chartered flights for them. We helped them, whichever carrier. The tickets were expensive. It was 3 or 4 times more expensive, but the family was willing to spend that much to get the people in. So out of the 425 people that we were expecting, we managed to get 260 of them to the destination. And believe you me, the first day was a little chaotic because the whole planning went zero. All the arrivals, the RSVP, because everything changed. But we told the family that give us the leverage with the cars to ensure. And we even have another American client who was part of this event. She sent us such a beautiful video review stating that it was the first trip, the car was ready waiting for her. She didn't know all this turmoil was happening, but she shared her experience, and it was her fiance's birthday as well. So we even curated something small for them, like a cake, some flowers, and also to make them feel personalized. That's what we do. I mean, if somebody reaches out to us and nice to us, we feel that it's our duty. Whatever challenges are there, we have to enhance the occasion for the client. And believe you me, the client in the end hugged everyone from my team. that they put out the extra, because I was shot by 10 people as well from my team because they could not reach. So we managed it somehow.
So sorry.
No
Um,
problem.
yes, so I would love to ask because I think that what you're talking about here is anytime that there's intention, there's disruption. you know, that happens a lot, I think, even with myself. Of any time, you go out and you plan to have intention, there's disruption. So, with the planning that you do for every event to make it such a beautiful experience and to make it a moment that everyone will remember for a lifetime. I think there comes its challenges, there comes its trials, you know and you're still able to show up, and like you said, even in the little things, I think it's so important to remind yourself that, hey, I'm doing this because I truly want to help people. And because I'm passionate about it, I know that even in the challenges, I have to show up. I have to show up in the details. Like you said, you getting them flowers, you getting them a cake. I think it's just so important because when we can remember those little things in people, maybe in the details of the things that they love, the things that make them happy, the things that, will just make their day a little bit better in the midst of the challenges, I think that we already won. And so I love this whole idea of what you're really building for people to thrive, because I think everyone wants an experience these days. Everywhere they go, they want an experience. And Ruchit, you are embodying that through the meaningful work that you are providing for them. I would
Right.
love to know, you know, what does being seen and heard mean to you personally? Because I believe that that's what you're doing for your people. You're allowing them to be seen and be heard, and you're doing that, exactly for them through your work.
So, Whitney, whatever I know about human life, also that, you know, when you're sitting with someone, you want to give them your 100%. And when your client is speaking to you, they're speaking their heart out to you in a way. They're how they envision the wedding. Maybe they cannot, execute it, but they have their ideas, they have their dreams, maybe the bride or the families. And what I've learned is if I give them my ear, like, I listen to them without any preconceived notions or any ideas in my mind, with an open mind, I think I absorb a little more than them. At times, clients do even, get upset about, certain things not happening their way because they cannot see it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be very patient. So we've learned even that, patience is a very important part for events and how you
Mm,
manage people. So I think I'm a person who can manage also, because I've learned that listening is a very important part to understanding someone, and then you can envision what they're thinking.
absolutely. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I love what you're saying here because I think it's so important when we can learn to listen. Like what you're teaching right now is principles. What you're teaching right now is life skills that we should all be able to have to understand the person that we're working with so that we can truly help them. So I would love to just kind of dive into the experience with Amore World Events that you put on for each and every person or family. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I'm telling you, it's my world right now. It means a lot to me. Firstly, because as I said, people are entrusting me with one of the most important events of their life and their lifetime memory. So as I said earlier as well, if I can enhance it and add a little bit more, where it becomes a memory for them, that it's what it means to me, that if I can add to someone's memory, I think I've done quite well.
Absolutely, I love that. And you're able to support people all over the world, right? Is there anywhere that you can't put on events?
No, I don't think so, because see, if your infrastructure and your strategy to create an event, see, a destination does not define the event, how it's supposed to be managed.
Mm,
It's the team and the planning that defines an event. So for
mm.
me, venue does not matter. Obviously, we have to do our recce and have to understand the geographics and the logistics of the place. But that's almost everywhere that we do.
Yeah, I love that because I think, nowadays too, it's like we see weddings happening in our backyards. It doesn't just need to be a destination wedding, but there's people that are, doing more intimate weddings, and then there's people that want to travel and want to have it in, a destination, but it's very different to each person depending on, the intimacy of what they're trying to even do in their own personal love stories. So I love that you're able to just bring something different for each person. Is there any last words that you have for us as,
I
you
mean,
continue to grow and, bring on more people to help this year?
Whoever might be listening, I just want that, whoever event planners or any planners, if you can understand your client, listen to your client. It's not necessary they only talk about event. At times they even share their personal things with you. So if they give them I'm telling you, as a human also, it absolutely helps you as well as the person, and you build relations. And from one event, you can get two more.
Mm. Yeah, I love that. I love that, my friend. You definitely have some amazing advice, and I think that a lot of us can learn from this and just, what we're doing in business every day. I feel like even someone like myself that is putting on events for people, I think that it's just so important to remember to come with, the right heart posture and to truly have the intention to serve in everything that we do. So, I would love to know how we can connect with you, how we can dive deeper in the work that you're doing.
You have to tell me because this is my first experience with Beyond Scene. So I
Yes,
want to
so
understand
how do we connect with you? Do
how
you
can
have a
we connect or
website?
collaborate in some way that, maybe
Absolutely. Yeah,
on an
for
international,
everyone watching though, how can we connect with
yes.
you? Is it through social media? Is it through your
It is,
website?
yes. So you can connect us through Instagram. Our URL is there. Maybe you can share it with them. That's World of Amora Instagram handle, or you can just email us, and even you can directly WhatsApp me or call me. We are open
Amazing,
to.
amazing. Well, definitely make sure you all, everyone that's tuned in, if anything resonated with you here today, or if you are putting on a special event, whether it be a wedding or something special for you, I think that you should definitely connect with Ruchit because I think that with the intention to serve, that he'll be able to truly help you make it such an unforgettable day. And so for everyone that is tuning in, connect with Ruchit. You definitely won't regret it. And thank you so much, Ruchit, for being here today with the SMO
Thank you, Whitney,
podcast.
for having me. Yes,
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
my bad. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Bye bye.
Amazing. Great, great call.